I am Dr. Kids.
And this is G Mix Mick, Mick, the Doctor of Digital.
And welcome to Love Letters. Love Letters are a collection of love stories of people get lost, get crazy and disoriented in the name of love. And of course, another episode, another interesting topic that we gonna talk about today. So, Mr. Mink, what will be our topic for today?
Well, we've been looking at love letters, especially First Corinthians 13. So I thought, well, let's go a little bit further abroad than that. So, what's the connection between Wu Wei and romantic love, the art of effortless action? So, in our fast paced, superficial world of relationships, the pursuit of love often becomes a complex journey filled with expectations, pressures, and anxieties. Many people are caught in the cycle of striving too hard for love, leading to disappointment and frustration. However, the ancient philosophy of China, Taoism, offers a refreshing perspective on this subject through the concept of Wu Wei, which translates to effortless action or non action. In conclusion, we're hoping to talk about the idea of Wu Wei as it applies to romantic love, suggesting that embracing this concept can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we give a drum roll of Wu Wei? Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Wu Wei. So, Mr. Mick, how should we understand Wu Wei?
Well, this is a fundamental principle of Taoism which emphasizes harmony with the natural flow of the universe. It's not about passivity, which often people think when you first hear about the idea. Rather, it encourages individuals to align themselves with the natural rhythms of life. By practicing Wu Wei, one can achieve goals without forceful effort, allowing things to unfold naturally. So, if you know, because I'm Mandarin Challenge, Wu Wei stands for first Wu is non action or non doing. The second character means action or doing. So, right away, you see this paradox. It always reminds me of the famous Zen koan about what is the sound of one hand clapping, because how can you have non action and action at the same time? But this is a concept of effortless action or non action, which is often translated as non action or non doing, but it's meant to convey the idea of allowing things to happen naturally without forcing or controlling them. And this is a central concept in Taoist philosophy. It emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with nature and following the natural order of things. In the Tao Te Ching, a foundational text of Taoism, Wu Wei is described as the way of the Tao or the Tao, which is the ultimate reality and source of all things. This means letting go of attachment and expectation and simply being present in the moment. So, in practical terms, this can be applied to many different aspects of life, including relationships, work, and personal growth. If it's a way of living that's characterized by simplicity, humility, and a willingness to let go of control. So, there are several key points to consider when applying Wu Wei to one's life. I would probably make 4 points. So, one, let go of attachment and expectation. Wu Wei is about letting go of attachment and expectation and simply being present in the moment. This means letting go of your need to control or manipulate others and simply being present with them. Two, allow things to happen naturally. Wu Wei is about allowing things to happen without forcing or controlling them. And this means letting go of your need to control, manipulate the outcome of events, and simply allowing things to unfold as they will. Three, focus on the present moment. It's letting go of worries about the past or future. And it means focusing on the present moment, letting go of distractions, fears, and anxieties. And last but not least, four, cultivate a sense of inner peace. It's about cultivating that peace and harmony, letting go of stress and anxiety. And this means taking time to relax and unwind, cultivating a sense of inner peace and calm. So, Wu Wei is a powerful concept that can help you live a more harmonious and balanced life. By applying these principles to your life, you can cultivate a sense of inner peace and harmony and live in greater alignment with the natural order of things. And this is particularly insightful when applied to the realm of romantic relationships, where the balance between effort and surrender is crucial. So, several points I'd make here: the nature of love, the struggle for love. So, in the nature of love, for example, can enhance romantic love. It's essential to first explore the nature of love itself. Love is not merely an emotion, and we've seen this really clearly. We've been chatting about 1 Corinthians 13, but it's a complex interplay of feelings, actions, and connections between individuals. Love is multi level and deeply rooted in the psyche of individuals. It thrives on mutual understanding, respect, and emotional intimacy. However, love often faces challenges when individuals bring their insecurities, expectations, and fears into the relationship. So, how about the struggle for love? In the modern dating landscape, many individuals feel they must work hard to find and maintain love. And this frequently translates into overthinking, trying to impress partners, or changing oneself to fit an ideal or the ideal of someone else. Instead, once you know a potential partner, accept them as they are instead of trying to control or mold them into something they are not. Such efforts of abuse and control inevitably lead to stress, anxiety, and disappointment. They create an artificial environment that does not reflect genuine connection. So, in conclusion, struggle for love can leave individuals feeling exhausted and unfulfilled.
Yes, very well said, Mr. Mig. Very well said. So, how does Wu Wei apply in a romantic love?
Probably make several points here: embracing authenticity, the power of surrender, cultivating patience, listening, and responding. So, several points I think they're important. So, embracing authenticity. Wu Wei invites individuals to embrace their authentic selves in relationships. When people let go of the need to impress or conform, they can present their true selves. Authenticity fosters deeper connections as partners can relate to each other without pretense. This openness encourages vulnerability, allowing love to grow organically. Once discord and anger enter a relationship, the mature person should recognize the issue and consider ending what is a troubled and discordant companionship. The power of surrender. Surrendering to the natural flow of love means trusting the process rather than forcing outcomes. It's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of a relationship. For instance, instead of obsessively planning every date or worrying about the future, individuals can focus on enjoying the present moment with their partner. This approach reduces anxiety and fosters a sense of ease, making love more enjoyable and meaningful. Cultivating patience. Wu Wei teaches the value of patience. In romantic relationships, it's easy to rush into decisions or become impatient when things don't progress as quickly as desired. By practicing patience, individuals can allow their relationship to develop naturally. This means recognizing that love takes time to flourish and that each relationship has its own unique timeline. Listening and responding. Another key aspect of Wu Wei is the importance of listening and responding to the needs of a partner. Instead of imposing one's desires or expectations, individuals should tune in to their partner's feelings and thoughts. This requires active listening and empathy, creating a dynamic where both partners feel valued and understood. In conclusion, such communication fosters a deeper bond as both partners can navigate challenges together.
So, Mr. Mig, Wu Wei is like yin yang too, right? To the other side.
Yes, I'd say so. Yeah.
So, what is the balance of effort and non effort?
Yes, it always sounds contradictory, but it's definitely a paradox. So that's what's the insight here. So I'd say several points: finding harmony, setting intentions without attachment. There's some examples of Wu Wei and love, and also then to see what it might be, a number of aspects of it that help understand this balance between effort and non effort. So finding harmony, it's not about avoiding effort entirely. Rather, it emphasizes the balance between effort and non effort. In romantic love, this means that while one should invest time and energy into the relationship, it's equally important to know when to step back and allow things to unfold. And this balance creates a sense of harmony where both partners feel comfortable without bringing them and being themselves without the pressure to perform or conform. Setting intentions without attachment. Wu Wei encourages non attachment, does not mean giving up on love. Instead, individuals can set intentions for their relationship without being overly attached to specific outcomes. For example, one can express a desire for deeper intimacy without obsessing about how to achieve it. This approach allows for flexibility and openness, creating space for love to flourish in unexpected ways. I'll give you some examples of this. This is love of Wu Wei in Chinese culture and history. There's the story of the butterfly lovers. This famous folk tale from China is about a young woman. Hold me about the massacring of the pronunciations, but somebody like Zhu Yingtai falls in love with a man named Liang Shambo. Despite the fact they are from different social classes and that their love is forbidden, they continue to see each other in secret. Eventually, they're discovered and separated, but their love remains strong even in death. The poetry of Li Bao. He was a famous Chinese poet who wrote many poems about love and relationships. In his poetry, he often used the concept of Wu Wei to describe the idea of loving without attachment or expectations. For example, in a beautiful expression, he writes, I love you without expecting anything in return. I love you without thinking about the future. I love you simply because I love you. Very simple, but very straightforward. That's a great example. The teachings of Taoism as Chinese philosophy emphasizes the importance of living in harmony with nature and following the natural order of things. In the context of love, Taoism teaches that love should be approached with a sense of wu wei, allowing things to happen naturally and without forcing or controlling them. This means letting go of attachment and expectation, simply being present in the moment with the other person. Another story is the story of the Monkey King. In the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, the Monkey King is a character is known for his mischievous and playful nature. However, he's also a character is capable of great love and compassion. In one episode of the novel, the Monkey King falls in love with a woman. She's a Buddhist monk, so that's about got to be as forbidden as possible. Despite the fact that their love is forbidden, the Monkey King is willing to give up his own life to be with her. So it's an example of Wu Wei in action. The Monkey King is willing to let go of his own desires and attachments in order to be with the one he loves. So, oddly enough, this love has a parallel in Western literature. Heloise was a French nun and abbess who lived in the 12th century. She was the mistress of Peter Abelard, a French philosopher and theologian. Again, a love which should never have happened. And yet the two had a passionate and intense relationship. And it's a great story, too. The affair was discovered by Heloise's uncle, Fulbert, who attacked Abelard, castrating him and leaving him severely injured. Yes, to say the least. Heloise was already pregnant with Abelard's child, and she gave birth to a son named Astrolabe. Yet these two continued to correspond with each other. Their letters have been preserved and still studied today. That relationship became a symbol of the power of love to transcend social boundaries, overcome adversity, and no matter what happens, they still were in love with one another. So, some examples of regarding Wu Wei. Conclusion: Wu Wei is a complex and multifaceted concept, can apply to many aspects of life, including love.
Yes, yes, yes. Again, very well said, Mr. Nick. Love, love, love. So, what are the challenges of practicing Wu Wei in love?
So several points can be made. Overcoming cultural norms, addressing the fear of vulnerability, and a number of things can be said in this regard. So overcoming natural and cultural norms, despite the benefits of Wu Wei, many individuals may struggle to apply this philosophy in their romantic lives and struggle with it due to the cultural norms. So society often promotes the idea that love requires hard work, sacrifice, and constant effort. So this is a point that individuals can recognize. Of course, relationships take work, but if there's a constant roller coaster between a couple, they're working too hard, and it's an indication that the partnering is doomed. On the other hand, contemporary culture also emphasizes hookup culture or a constant striving or desire for something or someone better. It's a fool's errand. The grass is not greener on the other side. Individuals such as these are pointlessly desiring something that does not exist. a chimera. These relationships are superficial, bound to fail, and are artificial and unreal. Recognizing and challenging these social pressures can be a vital step in embracing Wu Wei. By letting go of the need for control and effort, individuals can cultivate a deeper sense of connection and intimacy with their partner. This doesn't mean being passive or complacent, but allowing oneself to be fully present and receptive in the moment. By surrendering the natural flow of the relationship, individuals can tap into a sense of trust, vulnerability, and openness that can lead to a more authentic and fulfilling connection. Addressing fear of vulnerability. This requires a willingness to be vulnerable. Many individuals fear exposing their true selves due to the risk of rejection or disappointment. However, vulnerability is a crucial component of deep emotional connection. If you're completely open to failure, most likely you're being honest with yourself and your partner because you're willing to walk away when necessary. If you're putting on a face and have adopted a persona to stay in a relationship, you are lying to yourself and your partner. So, embracing vulnerability allows for a deeper sense of intimacy and trust to develop, creates a safe space for both partners to express themselves authentically. When they're willing to be vulnerable, willing to let go of the need for control and perfection, instead focus on being present and genuine in the moment. This in turn fosters a sense of freedom and liberation as we no longer feel the weight of pretenses and expectations. By embracing vulnerability, we can cultivate a more authentic and meaningful connection with our partner and ultimately with ourselves. So, in conclusion, learning to embrace vulnerability can help individuals connect more authentically with their partners.
Yes, yes, people. The connection between Wu Wei, the Taoist principles of effortless action, and romantic love lies in the concept of harmony and natural flow. In relationship, Wu Wei encourages a state of being where love unfolds organically and without force or unnecessary struggles. Mr. Mick, what a wonderful and amazing topic on love letters. And people, for sure, for this coming December, we're gonna give you more interesting facts about love. So before we go on, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, Food 101, on our fifth season, people, fifth
Wow.
season, with my co-host, one of the specialty chef in one of the five-star hotel in downtown Toronto. So please do listen to our next episode. We're gonna talk about what we gonna talk about. I think burrata or cheese or something. So please do tune in.
Yep.
Food 101. So Mr. Ming, can you plug your projects, your books?
You bet. Thanks, Mr. Daniel. So, the Dr. Digital podcast, of course, a couple books out there on Amazon. Pick those up Burning America and On Track Ian Hunter. Got some other projects in mind. And Mr. Daniel is always saying about Aretha Franklin, but we'll see if we can get to that one. I help business leaders, CEOs, and entrepreneurs break through the obscurity through written presentations, building credibility and authority. The Idea to Author Coach. There's a private Facebook group. Join me there. Talk some more.
Yes, people, let's empower Mr. Ming, the doctor of digital, because if you empower him, of course, more episodes, more books, more empowering books to come. So, Mr. Ming, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Mr. Daniel. Stay us full.
More to come, people. See you soon. So, Mr. Ming,
Outstanding.
outstanding. I love it. Whoa, wait. This is my first